Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus. Let's talk about celebrities. Let's talk about caring events. Let's talk about things you don't see on regular TV. So join in on PGT time. PGT time. Tune in on PGT time. PGT time. Come join us on PGT time. PGT time. Join us on PGT time. PGT time. Yeah.
In order for y'all to do what God is calling y'all to do, to take y'all platform for it to plateau and it can go to levels that you never seen, don't best believe it's gonna come with devils.
You know what I'm saying? Every time I speak, I want to shiver. You know, I don't want them to be like they know what I'm going to say because it's polite. But I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody going to clean it up.
Warning. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Hey, hold on. Let me get my camera together. What's goody? What's goody in your city, baby? This shit still ain't right. Okay, there you go. There you go. There you go. All right, y'all. We are here. We are in the building. It's your girl, the missus. The missus with the kisses, baby. Mwah. Yeah, we doing something different tonight. We are doing something different tonight. Shout out. We got to say it. Shout out to IG, baby. Y'all, when I tell y'all, IG done did something that they don't know what they done did. Baby, they started a destruction. No, it's not destruction. Not destruction. But the streaming service that I use, they are now able, let me change my background. They are now able to stream off of IG. Okay? When I tell y'all this is big, baby, this is big. Okay? It's a game changer. Anybody that use the streaming service StreamYard, which is what I stream off of, it is a game changer. Okay, don't worry. My homie Jason, he gonna tell y'all how big this is. Okay, 2024, baby, here we come. Here we come. When I tell y'all I got big things, I got big plans for 2024. Especially with them adding IG, baby, to the lineup. Oh, baby, it's going down. It's going down. Let me bring up my boy, my homie, my friend, my brother from another mother, Jason.
What I do? What up? How y'all doing? Hope all is well. Yes. Happy holidays to everyone. Christmas, Kwanzaa.
Yeah. I'm talking about yes. No, I would not agree with something that I don't even understand what you're saying.
It's happy Christmas, Kwanzaa. There you go. I got it. You know what I mean? But welcome in, everybody. What up, though? Co-host Jason, Biggie, Sheen, welcome in. Carmen is in the building with us. And to everybody else that's over on right, that's just so dope. Instagram, we see you. What up, though? Welcome to PGT Time. We appreciate you guys pulling up as well. You know what I mean? So to anybody and everybody, we got you put up. I got you put up on another phone. So if you pop in and say something, I'll make sure that we get you, your 4 or 5 seconds of famous time, you know what I'm saying? Celebrityism. But before we get anywhere and go anywhere, let's make sure we do the regular schmegular degular. Make sure you're hitting the like button on all platforms, and then not only that, sharing the live to all friends, but then following us on YouTube and over on Roku TV. So make sure you download the app. When you download that app, it is the app. Just like how you will look for Disney and Netflix, you'll do the exact same thing. You look for Peachy Tea Time, and that's time spelled with the YTYME. Now, you should already be following us on Instagram. And if you're not, go ahead and hit that follow button. Bottom of the corner, hit that heart, man. Throw up the 100% time or the 100 signal. You know what I'm saying? So we know that you 100, 10 toes down, kicking it with us over on Instagram. Lastly, right before we move forward, is we're still accepting letters for families. We've gotten in everything that we need for September. We also have everything in that we needed for November. Well, I should say no, yes, what was it, October, November? And then we finalized December as well. So you need to go ahead and get everything in for December. Get that in for us so we can go ahead and pick a family to receive a beautiful prize from Peachy Tea Time to commemorate their family member that has been lost to violence. And we want to make sure that we just show them love for the holiday season. So again, sending those letters so we can pick that finalize that family and get them that gift ASAP Rocky. Now, if you guys don't remember, we are live right now on Peachy Tea Time over on Roku TV and YouTube and on IG. So make sure y'all say what up, though, so we can pull y'all up on the screen and let you get your little, you know what I'm saying? Get some little, like Carmen right now. Carmen is becoming a celebrity. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? People can see her on all the platforms. So shout out to Carmen for saying what up, though. We appreciate y'all being here tonight. And look, man, we damn near twinning over here. I ain't talked to her. She ain't talked to me about this, but I got on my burnt orange. I think hers is red. You know what I'm saying? It's hoodie season. One thing that's dope is that her hoodie is for sale. So if you want to go grab yourself a Peachy Tea Time hoodie, you can do that, man. Just make sure that you go ahead and support us as we embark into some new stuff for 2024, man. So happy holidays.
I ain't got no hoodies for sale right now.
No, you better. Now you better.
You go on Etsy, baby. You go on Etsy, baby. We got some hoodies on sale. You ain't gonna
now
get
you
this
better.
This is a special edition. This is a special edition. But you go on Etsy, baby. We got some hoodies over there for sale. Shout out to Etsy.
You can get the book. She still got her book. We got an author in the building, right? You got her book ready. You know what I'm saying? Almost a memoir. You know what I'm saying? So tap in with it. Yeah, if you go over to Etsy, you're going to get a whole lot of great things from Peachy Tea Time, man. So tap in with us.
Yes. I do have my book over there. It is also on Amazon just as well. You can go and purchase the book over there. It is called that goes to show y'all how much promotion I'm doing. Hold on. We got a picture. We got a picture. Here it is. This is a picture. The name of the book. Hold on. Let's take this other part down too. Will I ever have a baby? That is not funny. Will I ever have a baby? How I dealt with a miscarriage or two, baby. It ain't funny. It's some real deal live-ish, okay? And part two will be out very, very soon. It's already written. I just got to put it all together and put it on there, okay? But we got it written already. Baby, I'm doing big things. I'm doing big. Look, Carmen laughing. Carmen laughing.
I got a new book out, and it's called hold on.
I knew right away. Y'all forgive me. Not only that, also forgive me for one other thing. Well, January 1st, we will not be going. Not January, not quite January 1st. Not quite. The reason why is because due to due to the news broadcast that Peachy Tea Time has done on WSB TV, Channel 2 News in Atlanta, baby.
Hey,
Yes, that showcase is off the, I mean, not that showcase, but that exposure off the chain. So, due to that, so many people have been reaching out to me. They seen us, Jason. They seen
I'm
us, baby.
loving it.
They seen us, and they have been reaching out to me like crazy. There is one particular family. If he is watching, shout out to Sam, baby. Shout out to Sam. Sam, we will be debuting just part of your show. I'm gonna play a little bit, y'all, just a little bit of what y'all gonna be seeing. January 10th, 2024 on PGC time. Okay. So I will be showing y'all that during the show. Just give me and Jason a little bit of time. I want to make sure that Sam is in the building when I show it. So I'm sending him the video right now. But when I tell y'all do not want to, even Nikki laughing. Goodness gracious, Nikki, hey, boo. She like, y'all on fire tonight. Y'all on fire. Hey, Belinda. But yes, I'm gonna show y'all a piece of what will be going on January 10th, 2024. Our next show, if I don't forget, hopefully I don't forget, Lord Jesus, hopefully I don't forget. I'll show y'all what's gonna be going on January 3rd, 2024, just as well. But Jason, we got some high profile cases, and when I say high profile, I do mean high profile. You know, and I will, Jason. Usually, I bring you up here. I don't show you the stuff that we're going to talk about. You know what I'm saying? But this particular case, actually, January 1st and January 10th, I will be, sending you the information so that you can review it. Because it got to be reviewed before we come on here. Okay. So I will be sending you that information. Let's go ahead and let's show a little bit. Just a little bit, y'all. We ain't gonna show y'all a whole lot. Just a little bit of what we will be showing on January 10th. Shout out to Sam. Shout out to Sam. Um, Jason, this is a big one. And y'all, I was not able. When I tell y'all, I've been gone all day today. I was gone since about 1 o'clock, a little after one. Didn't get home till after 8 o'clock. Yeah, it was like that today. One of them days. Shout out, shout out to Reentry Connections, nonprofit organization. Shout out to them. They have donated, Jason. I didn't get a chance to call and tell you, but they have donated to me to donate on behalf of Peachy Tea Time, baby. They have donated a total of 4 garbage bags. I will take everything out after we end the show, take some pictures, put it up on my Facebook page and everything. And they donated 4 bags of toys.
Oh,
4 bags
love
of
it. I love it.
toys. Yes, brand spanking new toys
Thank
for
you. Thank you.
PGT time to give away to zero to 4 years old. So, Jason, what I decided to do is me and my children, not kids, me and my children, we will be going, Jason, to the homeless shelter.
Oh,
We will
beautiful.
be going to the homeless shelter. Uh, Wendell, he will be coming along just as well to take pictures, do videos of me and my children Also my goddaughter as well. Can't leave her out.
Blessings,
My goddaughter
blessings.
will be coming along as well, and we will be giving out the toys to the children at the shelter, here in Atlanta. So when I tell y'all, I'm super super excited about that. Thank you again to Reentry Connection. Yes, next year we will actually be doing, Jason, toys for tots.
Awesome. Awesome.
And that is something that we will be doing every single year in December. Okay, every single year we will be doing toys for tots on behalf of Peachy Tea Time. So y'all get ready. We making some moves, baby. We making some moves. Also, I must say shout out to Miss Sherry. Can't tell y'all about that. But shout out to Miss Sherry. Jason, I'll be talking to you about that later on tonight, after we end the broadcast, or tomorrow, whichever one you're available. But we got big things coming. That's all I'm gonna say. So
All right. She said some big things are on the way. Excuse me. Well,
sometimes you gotta move in silence,
that
and
part.
shock everybody with your results. And then on top of that, you don't want anybody to prey up on your downfalls. What's up, Keith? What up, boo? And what's up, Audra? Hey, boo. What's up, home? I was in the building, baby. What it do? Y'all know we always have special guests that pop in through the door. They ain't coming on the show, but they coming through the door. They coming through the door, Jason. But yes, thank you, Belinda, thank you, Audra, thank you, Carmen. But yeah, I'm super duper excited about it, Jason. Um, the first year we came on, Jason, I don't know if you was on with me when my very first Christmas as Peachy Tea Time, but I was able to give away a total of $200 to a family. Shout out. I was able to give away $200 to help a family. Shout out to Levita. Hey, boo. And then last year, I was able to give out $100 to help a family.
Awesome.
This year, I was not able to give any funds, but God came and stepped right on in. And again, for those that's just coming in, we was blessed over here at Peachy Tea Time to receive a total of 4 bags of toys. 4 bags of toys for 0 to 4 years old. Okay. And we decided that we are going to take them to the shelter. To the shelter to bless some of the children out there that's less fortunate. And I'll be taking my kids with me, my goddaughter with me, and just to show them that it's always better. I don't care what y'all say. It's always better to give than receive. Okay. I
Absolutely.
know y'all be like, wait a minute,
Absolutely.
I like to receive. I like to get gifts. Yeah, we all do. But I'm telling you, when you give, it does not match what you're gonna receive afterwards. Okay. Because you done decided to give. All right. So, Jason, we finna go ahead. We finna get started. Unfortunately, you guys, I do apologize in advance, but being that I was out all day, I was not able to, set everything up. So you will see me and Jason. You will see me and Jason all night tonight, along with our clips. And this clip right here, excuse me, I'm not gonna play all of it. This young man will be on the show. This man will be on the show on January 10th. His name is Sam Randolph. Is it Randolph or Rudolph? Let's see. Is it on there? I think it's Rudolph. Sam Rudolph. Sam, if you're watching, I am so sorry, sweetheart. I am so sorry. He probably like, how the hell she gonna mess up my name and all like that? But we will see exactly if it's Rudolph or Randolph. I think it's Rudolph though. But Sam Jason was exonerated. Shout out to being exonerated.
Absolutely. Congratulations.
Yes. Sam was in there in prison for 22 years. Jason, shout out to being exonerated.
Mm.
For those that don't know what exonerated is, or
I was about to say, what is that now?
oh, you don't know what exonerated
Yeah, I
is?
do. I do.
I'm sure you do.
Oh, wait a second. The way you said it that way, man, I ain't been in the system like that. Man, you know what I'm saying?
Well, he didn't do what they said he did.
That
That's
part.
what we're gonna say. He didn't do what they said he did, but they left him locked up for 22 years.
That's crazy. That's ridiculous.
And he didn't do what they said he did. But Jason, you know what's the most ridiculous thing about this? First of all, it's going to be a two-part show. It will be a two-part show. But the most craziest thing about this, Jason, is Sam Rudolph. Lord, please let me be saying it right. He was in there for 22 years, and out of the 22 years, Jason, the correctional guards abused him, and now he is paralyzed.
Oh my gosh.
And he has been paralyzed for a total of 14 years out of those 22 years.
That's sad.
14 years out of the 22 years, he has been paralyzed. And they have let him go, exonerated, said, oh my gosh, we are so sorry. You weren't supposed to be here because you didn't do nothing wrong. So I'm just going to show y'all just a little bit about this man and what happened. And we will stop the video. And y'all just going to have to catch the rest of it on January 10th, baby. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to
Oh,
the
shout out
bullpen.
to Dr. Richard. Y'all go check him out.
In the bullpen today, we have someone who was incarcerated wrongly for many years, exonerated, not before he was physically attacked
Randolph.
by correctional officers. On April 6, 2022, Sam Randolph was fully exonerated and released from Pennsylvania's death row after serving 21 years, for a wrongful conviction, a crime he never committed. After everything that happened to him, his dream and goal is to start a nonprofit, give back to the community, and help other people. Despite being exonerated and released from prison, Sam is currently disabled and confined to a bed. Why? Well, correctional officers in a vengeful attack on May 18, 2009, while he was handcuffed, defenseless, was led into the yard. COs assaulted Sam, slamming his head, then his body forcefully to the ground. 2 guards fell on him and they crushed his lower back, injuring his spine. Due to this, he requires 24/7 care. Sam is a strong spirit. We have him on the program. Sir, good day. Welcome to Indisputable.
Thanks for having me, sir.
Brother, you have one of those stories where obviously you've had to overcome a lot, but a lot has happened to you, and it should not have. So I would like you to give us your position, your point of view to the criminal justice system, what happened to you, and why do you still have so much hope to give back?
Okay. So my nightmare began in 2001. I was wrongfully arrested, incarcerated. My trial occurred in 2003. So I sat out there. 2003, I had a 2-day trial. I just railroaded in 2 days. They convicted me of 2 capital convictions. In addition to that, they sentenced me to 58 to 116 years for crimes that they knew full well I didn't commit. They had the evidence of my actual innocence. So from that day, I was immediately taken to Pennsylvania's death row, straight from the courthouse. And so when I got up there, the guards up there, they were just extremely racist, abusive, and it constantly attacked people. I used to be one of the grievance filers and filed grievances. That's how I became a target for them.
Mm-hmm.
You said they assaulted me. So I spent a lot of my days doing lawsuits, working on my case, trying to get my evidence back into the court. On death row, it's a long, tedious journey. The courts move extremely slow at snail's pace, right? The case just drags through the courts. So as I was fast forward to a judge, he granted my federal habeas. It took a long time, but the evidence came out. The judge even told the prosecutor to turn over the exculpatory evidence of my innocence, which they had all along. They tried to hide it, had Brady violations, where the prosecutor was hiding that, knew that I was innocent. So when I was finally exonerated, it took so long, but my hope is because when I knew I had the evidence, and then when I finally got out and got there, what I want to do and continue to do, like you said, is to reach back, because I know I left a lot of innocent people in there.
All right, y'all. So don't worry. That was just 20 minutes. We're going to get a full hour and a half of this man, Sam Randolph. Okay. My heart goes out to him. Jason, this man was on death row.
Yeah.
He was on death row.
Mm-hmm.
60 days was about to go down. It was about to go down in 60 days from that, from back then.
Mm-hmm.
And God said, hold on. Shout out to God. Shout out to God. Shout out to God. He said, hold on, let me put a hold on right quick. We got some things we got to do to get this stuff shaking, And he is a free man now. But again, he's paralyzed. So we're going to hear his story when we come back. Okay, when we come back on January 10th, we going to come back before then. But we going to make sure we listen to this story. It's a powerful story. I talked to him today. And again, it's very, 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 very powerful. Very powerful. So we are about to go ahead and get started with our show tonight. With all this stuff, Jason, we got to talk about it. So much stuff. So let's get started. The woman that was visiting Las Vegas. A woman was visiting Las Vegas. And we was like, what was going on? What she was doing in Las Vegas. Well, we finna see what didn't happen. It's an NBA player, Jason. An NBA player and his girlfriend done found themselves in a whole lot of trouble. And in so much trouble, they ain't getting out. They ain't gonna see the light of day. He took advantage of the fact that he was an NBA player. He took advantage. He took advantage of the fact that, he could make a whole lot of money and take care of his family for the rest of his life. Make sure his kids go to good schools. Make sure his mama got a brand new home, which is something that we all dream of. All that type of stuff. Oh, he forgot about it. All that.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead. Let's bring it up. Here we go. And I want y'all to hear this. And I will be following this story, Jason. I'm definitely curious. So here we go.
A woman is missing, and now her friend is in jail.
We've been speaking with family members and friends all day as there is an effort to find her. Here's what we've learned.
This is Morena Rogers, a 23-year-old visiting Las Vegas with friends from the Seattle area. In the early morning hours of December 6th, loved ones say she vanished. Now 19-year-old Sakari Harnden is in the downtown Las Vegas jail with a $500,000 bond facing a kidnapping charge. Las Vegas Justice Court records note prosecutors provided clear and convincing evidence. Harnden needs monetary bail to make sure she returns to court and to ensure the community's safety. Also noted, prosecutors should notify the court immediately if Rogers is located alive. Harnden is believed to be the last person seen with Rogers. The 8 News Now investigators obtained this criminal complaint, which states on December 6th, Harnden held or detained Rogers against her will for the purpose of killing her or inflicting substantial bodily harm. Friends say they believe Rogers had gotten into a car with Harnden the night of her disappearance. So far, no confirmation from police. Harnden also faces a theft charge after police say she stole a Rolex. Rogers' family and friends are trying to get the word out about her disappearance on social media. They say she had a good job as a medical assistant, would never leave her family back home in Washington or abandon her dogs, which she brought with her to Las Vegas. They believe the circumstances of her disappearance are no doubt suspicious. Harnden declined the 8 News Now investigators' request for an interview. Records show she has a public defender and is scheduled to appear back in court on December 19th for the theft charge, the 28th for the kidnapping charge.
We want to show you another look at Morena Rogers. Loved ones say she has several tattoos. They're putting the word out in case anyone sees her. If you have any information, you are urged to call Metro Police. We've requested the booking photo for Sakari Harnden as well as the arrest reports for both of her cases here. The head of the Doc Ellis Foundation, which works to provide resources for families of missing and murdered people of color, tells me they are trying to help with this case also.
All right, y'all. I gotta remember to come off of mute during tonight's show, unfortunately, but it's all good. So Jason, she's missing at that moment, not at this moment, but at that moment, she's missing. We do have an update. We do have an update, and y'all, it ain't nothing good. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. It wasn't nothing good. I don't know what happened. I don't know what this boy and his girlfriend was thinking. I just don't know. But here we go.
And breaking right now at 6 o'clock, new details on that alleged murder plot involving a setup. I'm David Sharns.
And I'm Denise Valdez. One of the suspects, a former NBA player. This is a story the 8 News Now investigators first broke, and Vanessa Murphy just obtaining an arrest report with new information.
Denise and David, police say they have the messages to prove the murder of Morena Rogers was a setup. At the center of this also, sex work. Metro Police say Rogers thought she was meeting a trick, but that person was basketball player Chance Comanche, who was ready to kill her.
Angie versus Bonchi, the two bigs.
This is the day after Las Vegas Metro Police say Chance Comanche kidnapped and murdered a woman in Las Vegas. Now the 27-year-old former NBA player and G League Sacramento Stockton Kings player and 19-year-old Sakari Harnden face murder and kidnapping charges. Police say they found the remains of 23-year-old Morena Rogers in a desert area in Henderson, just outside of Las Vegas. She was a medical assistant visiting with friends from Washington state, but this arrest report obtained by the 8 News Now investigators states she came to Las Vegas for sex work. Police say they found numerous messages through Telegram dating back to December 1st, detailing the pair's plot to kill Rogers. The motive, according to detectives, Harnden was upset Rogers told people Harnden had implicated another man referred to as her boyfriend for a murder in California. On December 6th, a friend dropped Rogers off to Harnden's car. A man believed to be Comanche was in the back seat. The plan was to strangle Rogers. In additional messages, Comanche appeared to coach Harnden on what to say when questioned by police about Rogers' disappearance. On Monday, the family of Rogers sent the 8 News Now investigators the following statement. We held on to hope for Morena's safe return and are devastated that she will never come home. Morena was kind and compassionate with aspirations for her future. We are grateful to the law enforcement agencies who have worked together over the last 2 weeks to seek answers and continue to seek justice for Morena and our family. We request privacy as we grieve this tragic and senseless loss.
Comanche is expected to be extradited to Nevada from California. He was released from the team the day of his arrest. Harnden remains in jail in downtown Las Vegas. Now, there's also mention of a third suspect in the arrest report we obtained. We're working to learn more. Now, what's also noted in the arrest report, friends telling police it was unlike Morena Rogers to not check in and not return from her dates, meaning sex work. They went to a police station to report her missing and were concerned about her safety due to Harnden's associates being known to be violent. Police say Sakari Harnden had also filed a missing persons report giving false information. Denise?
Well, Vanessa, certainly this investigation is ongoing, so Metro Police are asking anyone with information to contact them. You can remain anonymous by calling Crime Stoppers at 702-385-5555.
You know, that's crazy. It's sad that she lost her life, but it's sad that like this generation is so addicted to getting money, like getting the bag, that they do things like this. You know what I mean? Like if you wanted to do sex work, you can do it solo dolo in your home on your phone in front of a camera and make just as much money as if you would if you went out somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
OnlyFans.
You know, I mean, there's so many sites, man, that you can go to. But instead, she'd rather leave her home and from Washington to go to Vegas to meet, you know, this potential person or be the, you know what I'm saying, allegedly, right? And lose her life. Granted, there's other implications that cause it, right? From what this sounds like. Sounds like, you know, they all three knew each other, or the two girls knew each other for sure, right? Because, you know, she's speaking on the one girl's, you know, boyfriend or whatever the case may be, right? So there's a lot for the setup, you know what I mean? I get it. However, like nothing's that important, you know what I mean? Like nothing, like for me to have to leave the city to go to another city to be with something, like that's just wild to me. Like it loses my, like I lose parameters on that. So it's sad that happened. And it's just even more sad that you know is the mindset of this generation to try to get money. You know what I mean? Especially if you're a medical assistant, you're doing decent. You know what I'm saying? Just work harder.
Exactly. You're doing decent.
All right.
But what if? It always is a what if, because she's not here. She can't tell her side of the story.
No, not at all.
What if, like they said, it was a setup? What if her friend was like, "Look, girl, we got this. I got my homeboy. He an NBA player. You know, you say NBA player, people lose their mind. Regular people lose their mind. And she was gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
And she probably lost her mind. NBA player? What? Hell yeah, I want to meet him.
They need to be professionals at that. You know what I mean? Like, don't just be going out on because he wasn't even NBA. He was G League. So he's not making NBA money. He's not.
So what is G League?
So that's like the league before NBA. That's like the one.
Okay.
So it's almost like practice league. That's those guys are playing nonstop and waiting to get put onto the big stage, right?
Okay.
That means that they're in camp, that they're being watched, that they're up next if anything should happen to someone that's already in the league, right?
Okay.
That it's like the sister league to the NBA. So that's why it's like there's the Sacramento Kings, and then there's the Sacramento or the Kings of you know, since Sacramento, another team, but it's just not a high profile NBA team. It's just their sister team.
Wow. Well, you know, it's just hard for me to believe. And you know, you can't judge a book by its cover. We always told that. But it's just hard for me to believe, Jason, that she would just be going out there as a sex worker. You see what I'm saying? Even like I said, you can't judge a book by its cover. Just because she's pretty, that don't mean she ain't stupid or crazy. You know, not calling her that, But I'm just saying, you
Yeah,
can't
it's
look at a person and say, "Oh, she's so pretty. She wouldn't do nothing like that." To hell,
right. And then just shame on them, man, for setting her up like that. You know what I mean? Like taking
exactly.
advantage of her. That's the worst part is that I feel like why take advantage of her and then do that? You know what I mean? I get it that you have quote unquote motive, right? And the
Mm-hmm.
motive is from the girl side of things. It's just that the dude was willing to help. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's yeah, it's a nasty world we live in. You know, a very nasty world that we live in.
All right, y'all. Let's take it to Memphis, baby. We finna head on to Memphis. We on y'all asses, Memphis. We don't like this. I know y'all see that screen. 1-year-old boy dead after shooting in Memphis. Memphis, we ain't happy about this, baby. We ain't happy. Y'all gotta do better. Here we go.
Tonight, a family and community are still grieving the loss of a 1-year-old in Fraser this weekend, whose death, by all accounts, was no accident. Thanks for staying up with us tonight. I'm Richard Ransom. The bullets flew here on Wellens Avenue early Saturday morning. When police arrived around 2 a.m., they found shell casings all over the concrete. Paramedics rushed little Leo Weathers to the hospital, but despite the efforts of doctors and nurses, they could not save him. The mother of the victim didn't want to talk on camera today, but she did text back and forth with our Stefan Reels. What have you learned about this tragedy, Stefan?
Well, Richard, as you can imagine, there is a lot of emotions going on. Several of Leo's family members are devastated right now and call what happened this weekend a senseless act of violence.
Several years ago, neighbors here on Welland Avenue say this memorial was set up to pay tribute to a child who lost their life in a shooting. And today, Leo Weathers' family is going through a similar loss less than a mile away. Leandra Dockery says her son Leo was a happy, smart, and handsome baby and tells ABC 24, "I'm going to miss my baby. They took my baby from me." And unfortunately, Leo's death now adds to the record-breaking amount of children being treated for gunshot wounds.
Just got off the phone with another hospital who wants to transfer a child here who's a 3-year-old with a gunshot wounds because they found an open firearm.
Dr. Nick Watkins works in the emergency department at Le Bonheur Children's Hospital. He says medical staff there have treated more than 170 children with gunshot wounds, which continues a slow and steady increase over the past decade, according to Dr. Derek Kelly with Campbell Clinic.
This is not a city problem. This is a region problem.
It's why Kelly has started recommending patients invest in gun safety locks, even if they haven't had gun violence impact them.
We fully expect that at the current rate, our numbers are going to increase for next year unless something drastically changes.
Each community member and each family in our community can make a difference in their own homes, but also by reaching out to their local policymakers and advocating for safe storage laws and common sense gun laws.
And Richard, right now, it doesn't appear police believe the shooting was accidental. In fact, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers if you have any information that might help them find out who did it. That number, as you know, 901-528-CASH. Richard?
I'll let you later, Richard. Memphis, y'all gotta do something. Y'all gotta do something. Y'all need to find out what's going on. Who did this to this baby? I'm gonna call him a baby because that's what he was. Who did this to this baby? This baby didn't deserve this. 1-year-old? 1 years old. He didn't deserve to get shot. He deserved to be out there at the park playing, having a good time, enjoying his siblings if he had any. Not laying up in the hospital bed fighting for his life, and he didn't make it. I don't know. Y'all, all I can say is y'all gotta do better. Gotta do better. I wish it was something to where they can do when something happens and these babies get murdered, that when they find them, while they're putting people like Sam Randolph on death row, let's try it out with them people that kill their kids. Let's try it with the people that kill kids. I don't care if you didn't mean to do it because you too busy shooting recklessly, because you decided not to go to the shooting range and get classes and stuff. Send them on. getting whatever it takes, all the way to the max. And if the max is death row, I don't care, because you didn't care about that baby that didn't have a voice, that couldn't save himself. So I don't care. I really don't. I hate to say it like that, Jason. I really, really hate to be so cruel and so mean, but they ain't give a damn about them babies at the time. They ain't care. So why should I care right now? Why should I be nice? Shoot. Everything is allegedly nice. Everything is allegedly in explicit language, but that ain't allegedly. I really do feel that way. True. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead, y'all, and get into this next clip. Jason, did you want to say something on that one? All right. We're gonna move right along. Photos. Y'all can read just like I can read. New photos released from Texas. Hit and run with the victim found dead in the vehicle. Jason, you know how you hear what you want to hear sometimes? And then you figure out, well, maybe I didn't hear right. So I'm going to play this again because I only played this one time. And I was like, maybe I didn't hear right, Jason. So here we go. We've been going to run with it.
Today, we're getting a look at the car used in a hit and run in North Texas after police made a disturbing discovery in that vehicle. The man behind the wheel is now facing charges. Police say he drove nearly 40 miles from Dallas to White Settlement after hitting someone with the victim's body in the car. Our Tiffany Liu is following this story, and she joins us now from the newsroom. And Tiffany, we are learning some more information this midday about this.
Yeah, Megan, I just spoke with the police chief about an hour ago, and we now know the victim is a 45-year-old man. His life was taken because someone allegedly decided to drink and drive. Now, the details in this case are hard to imagine. White Settlement Police just sent me these photos and videos of the suspect's vehicle. The way the car is severely dented and the windshield shattered with a gaping hole, the chief tells me that is a high-speed impact. They are working right now to figure out exactly how fast this driver was going. The car was found in a Jack-in-the-Box parking lot in White Settlement, but police believe the crash happened 40 minutes away in Dallas on the I-30 service road near Cockrell Hill. The Dallas County Sheriff's Office worked a wreck on Saturday night where body parts were found. Fast forward hours later, White Settlement PD did a welfare check on a man slumped over in his car. That's when they found the victim in the passenger seat. Police say evidence shows the impact was so high, the man likely went through the windshield and ended up inside the car dismembered, which is how they connected it to the crash in Dallas. They say the driver was too drunk to realize what he did. He drove 40 miles with a man dead next to him, thinking he hit a deer.
It was obvious when we made contact with the suspect, he had no idea where he was at, and certainly, again, thinks that there's a deer in his vehicle, when in reality, it's a human being.
Police have identified the suspect as 31-year-old Nestor Luan Flores. They are working on a search warrant to see if he was where he was before this crash happened. We also know that in 2021, Flores was convicted of a DWI in Collin County, and today he is the suspect of another DWI, this time killing a man behind the wheel, and he will be facing even more charges. Meg, let's send it back to you.
Yeah, Tiffany, those pictures, I mean, just tough to look at. Thank you. Appreciate the update.
Jason.
That's crazy.
Jason.
I ain't never been that out of it, man.
JJ. Lil J.
That's crazy. 40 minutes with a gaping hole in your window, a body next to you, and you
Forget the window. He's sitting next to you.
He's sitting next, and he went to Jack in the Box. He said, "Man, I'm hungry. I'm just."
No, he's drunk. I'm gonna pass out.
Let me get something to eat real quick.
I want to be safe. I don't want to hurt nobody.
I don't want to. That deer scared the crap out of me, man. That deer 40 minutes ago scared the crap out of me. Let me get off this road.
We're not laughing at the situation. We're
That's
not laughing
crazy.
at what happened. But I'm just saying, you roll. Forget that, Jason. Do they think I'm gonna believe it? I don't believe it. I don't care what nobody say. I do not believe that this man was that drunk, hit a person. The person that flew in their car, and he driving with them in the car, done passed out, woke up, and said, "Oh, I thought it was a deer in the car with me the whole time." You better go somewhere.
Nah, I see. You know what? You must ain't never had people that drunk around you before.
No,
That's
I've
it.
been
That's
drunk
it.
several
You know, so
times.
like, so he's
But I didn't
a
think a deer was in the car with me when it was Pooley on the next.
see, like he's an alcoholic. You see, he already had one before. So when people drink like that, it's called blackout, and they're functioning alcoholics, man. So the body was still just functioning, doing what it was supposed to do, get him back to wherever he was supposed to go. You know what I'm saying?
Can't stand BG. I cannot stand
Popping bottles.
BG. Log off. No, not that. Not that. BG, log off. Come back in and try again.
Save the deers. It's tragic, man. Like that's crazy, man.
The BG is crazy. Shout out to BV. I mean BV. Shout out to BG, baby. Shout out to BG on that one. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So you telling me, Jason? You're telling me? Come on, let's keep it 100 now. You are telling me that you can understand this situation happening, and they're thinking that it was a deer.
I'm
Carmen,
not
hold on.
thinking it was a deer.
Carmen, I am so sorry, Carmen. I don't know what is going on. I'm definitely gonna have to reach out to them in the morning. Y'all, if y'all are watching on Roku, please come on over to Facebook, IG, YouTube. We got 2 YouTube pages going. We got 3 Facebook page going. Mine, I have 2 of them, and plus Jason, and plus we're also on IG live just as well. So please tune in over there. Jason, this don't make me happy right now.
Right.
Roku is not something that's free. This is the second time that this has happened. So I definitely apologize out there to everybody. So yeah, we finna make some things happen. We finna make some things shake. Apply some pressure to Roku. Go ahead, Jason. I'm sorry.
No, I forgot. No, you're saying you. I believe, I've witnessed
All I remember
stuff
is
like that.
deer.
Right.
I
Well,
remember.
I've witnessed people not knowing, like when they black out and nothing is coherent at all, like, but they're functioning, like, and then when you speak to them the next day, they're like, dude, I don't remember nothing, nothing at all. I was like, but you've
I've
been
been there before. Jason, when we went to New York, I've been there
I wasn't
before.
gonna, you calling yourself out. I wasn't gonna say
Okay.
nothing.
I don't care. It is what it is. Y'all know, I tell y'all, I do not mind being transparent.
But you know what I'm saying? But they didn't know, but they was fully coherent the whole time that they're with you. You know what I mean? Like they there. But you know,
When you
I'm,
say it like that, then yeah.
yeah.
You know, if we was in New York at that time, and I hit a deer, and it wasn't a deer, but I could have sworn I hit a deer, and it actually was somebody, and they in the car with me. Yeah, I probably didn't remember. I
Mhm.
probably didn't remember. I'm just gonna be honest.
I mean, you got to think, right? You got to think, right? He hit this person and then drove 40 miles. So you're on a highway, wind gusting in the car. Yeah, you must be like, man, I can't stop, right? Because in his mind, he's like, I can't stop. I'm drunk. I'm twisted, right? I get caught again, I'm in trouble. So he just kept driving, like, and then finally his body was like, no, sir, you can't drive no more. And he passed
Can't
out in
do
the
it.
Jack in the Box.
So he wanted to make sure he was safe.
He was close to home, like that way. If it was a deer, he was home. He was in the vicinity that he couldn't got into too much trouble.
This nigga was next to him.
But you got a
He
whole
was sitting
person.
on his lap, damn near. What do you mean?
Right? Somebody in the chat said, Carmen said that somebody in the drive-thru called the police. So you know what I'm saying? Like he thought he made it to a spot that he like, I ain't gonna get caught. And I'm gonna sleep off a little bit and then get home.
The only half of the body was in the car with him.
That's crazy.
I'm telling y'all now, take advantage of putting all the comments in that you can right now. Because baby, when we go to YouTube, baby, it's gonna be some repercussions and changes going on.
That
That's
part.
all I would say. But we gotta move on to this next clip. Do y'all remember? Let me bring this down for a minute. Do y'all remember the girl and the boy that I showed y'all that had killed the 9-year-old? They did a drive-by shooting inside the house, and the 9-year-old was killed. Jason, was that on our show?
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah, it probably wasn't. It could have been on a Monday night show. But the girl, she had something to say, and when she spoke, they asked her, what happened and everything. She could say, I don't know. Handcuffed. They taking her to the police car. I don't know. I ain't had nothing to do with it. I had nothing to do with it. They said, was you in the car? Yes. Yes, I was in the car, but I had nothing to do with it. I had nothing to do with it. They said, well, do you have anything to say to the family of that 9-year-old? This heifer, young heifer, said, no, I don't have anything to say to the family because I didn't do anything wrong. Okay, a 9-year-old was killed. You was in the car that them bullets came out of. And you gonna sit here and say you still don't have nothing to say to the family? Yes, Carmen said, I remember that little dummy. Carmen, I love Carmen. Well, Carmen, we do have an update on the dummies. On the dummies. Carmen, it's 3 of them, actually. It's 3 dummies. It's 3 of them. I don't know if you remember, but it was a young man by the name of Lucky. Lucky was another one of them, but we didn't have that information on Lucky. We now have the information on Lucky. We now see what Lucky looks like on here. So let's get it popping, baby. We got a couple clips on that. We coming through tonight. Here we go.
We begin tonight with breaking news. The suspects in the drive-by shooting that killed 9-year-old Kaylee Knight will be held in jail until trial. Ariel Curry, Tyrone Williams, and Darius Lucky are charged with Kaylee's murder and appeared for an Anaya's Law hearing this afternoon. Just minutes ago, Judge Zogby granted the state's request to hold them. NBC 15's Andrea Ramey joins us outside the courtroom where the judge just issued that ruling. Andrea, the motive for the shooting was revealed in court today.
That's right, Kim. A homicide detective testified that the drive-by shooting was retaliation for an incident that happened just days earlier.
Detective Tremaine Rogers says on November 28th, one of the accused drive-by shooters, Tyrone Williams, pointed a 9mm gun at Kaylee Knight's older brother, who then stole the gun while he thought Williams was asleep and fired 3 warning shots at Williams when Williams confronted him about it. Rogers says even though the gun was returned to Williams, he was still angry. Rogers says on December 5th, just before 2 a.m, Williams, Ariel Curry, and Darius Lucky went to Rhett Drive to settle the score and shot into the home. The state says Williams used his 9mm while Lucky shot an AR-15 assault rifle. Rogers says 16 shell casings were recovered at the scene, 6 9mm rounds and 10 rounds of .223 used in AR-15s. Kaylee was shot in the head while she slept on the couch and clung to life for hours, but died at the hospital. It was an emotional day for Kaylee's family who attended the Anaya's Law hearing. The prosecutor said Kaylee's family had to leave the hearing early to attend the little girl's vigil tonight.
Now, investigators say that Curry and Williams were involved in another drive-by shooting that happened about an hour earlier that night. The target in that drive-by shooting, investigators say, was Curry's ex-boyfriend. He wasn't hurt, but he did tell investigators that as a bullet entered the home, a water bottle sitting right next to him exploded. Reporting live tonight in Mobile, Andrea Ramey, NBC 15 News.
Jason, this is how I want to do this right now. I got one more clip to play on it. And I'm going to play it. And when we come back, Jason, I want you to talk about the 2 young men because you are a man. And then I would like to talk about the young lady. So I'm a lady. Okay? Let's do that. So here we go. This is the second clip.
Right now, a judge just ruling today that 3 people charged with felony murder in the drive-by shooting of 9-year-old Kaylee Knight will be held in jail without bail under Anaya's law.
Yeah, that law allows judges wider leeway in withholding bond under certain circumstances. Now, according to testimony today, Ariel Curry was driving the car used in that shooting, and the 2 teenagers, Tyrone Williams and Darius Lucky Jr., sprayed the house where Kaylee Knight was sleeping with bullets. She was hit and died.
Fox 10's Brendan Kirby is live right now at Government Plaza with the very latest. Brendan, we learned a lot today.
Yeah, we did, Shelby and Byron. We learned from testimony that a week before this shooting, Kaylee's older brother stole a gun from Williams's apartment, and that when he was later confronted in the parking lot, he fired 3 times at him. That seems to have precipitated all this. Detective Jermaine Rogers testified that Williams eventually got that gun back, and the police found 3 shell casings from the parking lot of his apartment complex. Those casings matched 6 casings found at the Rhett Drive shooting and 17 casings at a shooting that occurred a little more than an hour earlier on Racing Drive, according to testimony. Detective Rogers testified that the Racing Drive shooting was at the home of Curry's ex-boyfriend. She says that a teenager who was in the car told police that it was Curry's idea to shoot at that apartment, but that she didn't actually fire a gun that morning. Detective Rogers testified that surveillance video tracks the car Curry was driving, leaving from her apartment in 8 Mile and returning, once shortly before and after the Racing Drive shooting, and again before and after the Rhett Drive shooting. Detective Rogers testified that Williams admitted that he fired twice at the house on Rhett Drive until his gun jammed. Others in the car told investigators that Lucky fired an AR-style gun. He says police never found that weapon, but that it's consistent with 10 .223 caliber casings found in the road outside that house. Mobile County Assistant District Attorney Madison Davis pointed to the criminal records of all 3 defendants, including multiple instances in which they violated probation, skipped court dates, or otherwise failed to comply with judge's orders. And Mobile County District Attorney Keith Blackwood says that he's pleased with the ruling.
The community is safer. These 3 individuals were involved in multiple shootings. They are involved in criminal gang activity, and our community is safer today because they have been locked up pending trial.
Sergeant Jeffrey Corley, a gang investigator with the Mobile Police Department, testified that Lucky is a member of 2 different gangs in Mobile, including one that he says is probably the most feared in the city. Reporting live outside Government Plaza, Brendan Kirby, Fox 10 News.
An airplane mechanic disappeared. This happened back in early November.
3 men have now been charged in his case.
Sorry, y'all. I apologize. Having some technical difficulties over there. Jason, you go ahead. Jason? Oh, he on mute. Sorry, y'all. Okay, there you go. You was on mute.
I know I can. Once you put me on mute, I can't unmute it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you good. You good. What we're looking at is a clear-cut definition of they've been told they had nowhere else to go. Nothing else is going to be out of nothing that they're not going to gain anything out of life. That they will always be the scum of the earth. They would not amount to anything, and this is all you got. Your brother was in the gang, your dad was in the gang, you might as well be in it too. Or if they weren't, and they just so happen to have good families that have maybe 2 parents in the home, or not a strong, working, hard mother or a father, right? Like, it's just the fact that they found solidarity in these spaces, right? For them to be so young and committing such heinous crimes just shows that there's no leadership in their life, right? Because when I hear this, when I look at this and I hear this, I just hear that they failed. There's someone in the community or family that has failed to show them the right way, unless that they're just hell bent on being the baddest ever and want to be just outside. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I think that with that kind of loss, but also I'm excited too because they're right. Like the city is safer with those guys in jail. You know what I mean? I can only speak to the notion of like they just out here trying to make their own staple in the world, and this is the only way that they know how to do it. But the worst part about it is that they're doing it in the worst way possible. You know, like they feel like they got to be the biggest, the baddest, the toughest, right? And now that they've done what they've done, they get to go where the biggest and the baddest and the toughest reside. This is either gonna, create them to be even, continue to feed into what they already have been doing, or it's gonna break them and they're gonna be pretty much, putty in prison. You know what I'm saying? But they don't need to have any ounce of being out or getting out or parole in 50 years. They need nothing. They need to reside in prison and pass in prison for what they've done.
I agree 100%. Are you done?
Yeah.
Talking about the guys. Jason, I had to change my avatar
I
for this
see.
moment. Yeah, I had to change my avatar. And I'm gonna leave my camera off. You know, I'm not scared. I'm scared of these kids. I'm very scared of them. But I'm not scared of what I'm about to say. But I'm leaving my camera off anyways. So all, hey Gretchen, Wanda, Clemmy, Joanna, hey. To all the young ladies out there. Don't be dumb, stupid, ignorant like this young lady on here. I'm just going to call a spade a spade. She's ignorant and she's dumb. That's what she is. Who raised her? That's what I'm going to say. You wasn't the trigger person. You wasn't coming out from the woods, from the alley. None of that shit. You weren't doing none of that. You weren't trying to be a gangbanger, trying to, do your thing or whatnot. You weren't doing that. You was the freaking driver. You could have saved this 9-year-old life at that moment, Jason. At that moment. Because she can't control them. Flat out. She cannot control what they was doing that particular night. But she could have controlled at that moment, which was by saying, heck nah. Hell no, I'm not finna stop over here. I'm not finna stop for y'all to shoot up this house. You done lost your mind. I am driving this car. They gonna definitely say I had something to do with it. I can definitely get put away for, is it accessory? Accessory, Jason?
Yep, that's it.
Come on, young ladies. You gotta be smarter than this. Even if your mama didn't raise you right. Even if your daddy wasn't in the picture to love on you and tell you and show you what love really is, you still got to be smarter than this. This was the dumbest move that she could have ever made. Because now she is finna go to prison for driving. Not for killing this young lady, this young baby, but for driving. I've showed this story on, I can't remember what day it was, but Jason, I showed this story because I have a 9-year-old. Not a 9-year-old little girl, but I have a 9-year-old son. And it broke my heart. So to all you young ladies that's out here reckless, like this young lady that was stupid enough to sit here and say, I don't have anything to say to the family because I wasn't the one that killed her. So to every single young lady out there that's just like this young girl doing reckless stuff, I just want to say this. Go to hell. Go to hell. And I never like saying that to people. But go to hell. If you're not smart enough to know right from wrong, because that's what this is about, knowing right from wrong. Not knowing, oh, I shouldn't drive this car. Not knowing, oh, I shouldn't be around these people. Not knowing, oh, this is not the company that my mom and dad would like for me to keep. Not knowing that I want to live my life free for the rest of my life. Not knowing that, go to hell. Now, that's all I got to say. I do
Whew.
believe that right now I can come on camera. Yeah, I don't know who that was. That was just talking like that. I don't know. Carmen said exactly. Exactly. It is what it is. Call a spade a spade. I'm tired of sitting up here being nice. I'm tired of sitting up here pacifying the situation. Jason, the only way we're going to make an impact is if we call a spade a spade. This should not have happened. This should not have occurred if she would have just kept on damn driving. If she would have said, get out my damn car with that mess. Can't say what I want to say, Jason.
Mm,
Get out the car. She ain't had to betray from Boys in the Hood
that part.
and get out her own car. She had the authority, baby, to say, get out my car. You don't want to get out my car? You talking about you finna shoot this house up? Okay, baby, I got something for you. Let me call 911. Y'all don't want to get out my car? Let me drive y'all to the police station. Shoot this shit up. Let's see if you big and bad now. But instead, I allowed it. I allowed it to happen. I allowed for these 2 young men, possibly 3, to convince me the most stupidest shit ever, that I'm not going to get caught. That I'm going to get away with killing a 9-year-old. There's a possibility you may get away with killing a crackhead. There's a possibility you may get away with killing a dope head, dope fiend, dope dealer. They want them off the streets anyways. A homeless person, they want them off the streets anyways. But a 9-year-old, 10 and under, oh, baby, you getting caught. Whether it was for them or not, you're getting caught. They're going to find you and catch you. So while you thinking about doing these drive-bys and everything, thinking it's cool, just know, if you get one of them little babies, they on your ass. They on your ass. They coming to get you. Ain't no getting away. I don't care if you was trying to hit Junebug. You should call Junebug and ask Junebug, was he at home? You should ask Junebug, is you standing in the kitchen? You should ask Junebug, was he in the bedroom on the right side of the room, because you done went and you done had training. You done took classes. You know how to shoot. You gonna make sure you get Junebug. That's what you should have did. But instead, you did some ignorant ass shit. And look where you are now. Do I feel sorry for them? Hell no. Just like y'all got Sam, y'all had Sam in there, Sam Randolph, for something that he didn't even do. And you gave him death row. Give they asses death row too. I don't give a damn. I can care less. Don't give them no bond, nothing. Why? Because I'm scared. I'm scared of them. I don't want them in society. They might try to come get me. So I'm scared. I don't know what they're going to do to me and my family. Keep their asses up off the streets. Keep their little asses up off the streets. Sorry, Jason.
Yo, go for it. Yo.
I think I'm going to cut that. I think I'm going to cut that and replay that, Jason. Because this is ridiculous.
It is. It is.
And this is major, major story. They want everybody to know about this. Everybody. And damn it, I'm here to give it to them. Let them know. Let them know what's going on. They do not deserve to walk these streets at all whatsoever. Okay. I said what I had to say. Let's go ahead and get to the next clip. Jason, we down to our last couple clips.
There it is.
Yeah, we down to our last couple clips. Before we get into this clip, we gotta always make sure we pay bills over here, baby. We gotta always make sure we pay bills. So we got a little couple commercials. Just a few. Here we go.
Having computer issues? Can't find a nearby computer store or tech? No need to worry, Computer Tech is a computer repair mobile service. Not in Georgia, no need to worry, Computer Tech can remote into your computer as well. Prices are starting as low as $40. Services are virus removal, data recovery, data transfer, hardware installation, software installation, computer tune-up, laptop and desktop, home and online. Contact 404-405-8515 and ask for Tony. And don't forget to tell them Ms. Peachy sent you.
It should be a 3. Your hair is kind of...
That joint was. My hair is 19 inches long and I have no perm.
You don't?
Oops.
Oh, that's not a perm.
No, it is not. Nice lady.
That's natural?
Come run one of your gnarled fingers.
Come here.
While you on air.
Come
So
on.
they can hear you live.
Come on. Let me come over here.
No. That's not how that works.
Oh, okay. Well, then stay over there.
Don't worry, ain't nobody putting their hands through yours.
That's right. They don't have to. I don't want them to. Get on out of here. You okay? You okay?
Only one of our hands moving while we talk.
Are you all right this morning? Are you okay?
Greg Grant, Atlanta Comedy. Tell Wanda to take off them headphones and that wig.
And make sure
That wig and that headphones
and
come
take
together.
off them old ass clothes you got on. How about that? Yeah, they're old.
Versace, yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It
She
says
said,
Versace.
I want to apologize to the people at Versace Collection. This is your 2019 summer line.
But you had to open it up and show us
but
it was Versace. I wanted to.
No, I didn't have to open it up. These
people
people are on radio. They can't see anything.
Yeah, but you opened it up so we could see it.
Yes,
We see
ma'am.
it. Well, happy
Happy whatever
for you.
store is for the Black Lane Bryant.
That's right. That's right. Very proud.
Okay, let's
Very
play some
proud.
music real quick if we can. We going to a break real quick?
Very
All right,
proud.
cool. We go to a break.
Shout outs to Forever 21.
Yeah.
Necklace Collection.
That's right. Shout out.
They don't
to
remember me for wilding out, right? I'm not the right one at Jones though.
Get this inmate out of here.
If you can't get your blood pressure down, you can't call me down.
Whatever, little mama.
If your cholesterol is 600,
Whatever, little mama.
I'm little mama's baby daddy.
No, you little mama.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, girl.
And what are you, girl? You probably shouldn't talk about sizes.
Oh, that's okay.
You big on the radio.
That's right. And you're big
Turn
in
it
prison.
down.
And you're
Yes,
big in
ma'am.
prison.
I've never been to prison.
You have
19
several
felonies,
times.
no convictions.
Yeah,
Knock it
yeah.
off. Prison and jail aren't the same. No.
Calm
No.
down, calm down.
Only one of us has
Calm
$12 worth
down.
of jewelry on.
Oh,
No, $12.
No.
That all is available. If you want to have Wanda's jewelry, please go to Sitgo or Quick Trip at any point. If you buy 2 packs of Newport 100s, they will give you everything Wanda has on right now for $7.99, and it comes with a free car wash. Won't you come on down?
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it.
The show starts at 9. Wanda gets to the stage at 9:17. Please come on down.
Go, Shay, please come get Miss Cat and do her hair.
She's almost out of breath. Be careful now. Even on the radio, you can hear the fact that exercise is crept into her vocabulary.
Hurry up, little mama. We're done.
You already used that one. Don't repeat your jokes.
I got to say this. Times like that, when you have special classic moments like this, so glad to be black.
Man. Cat was going crazy.
We would take anything and take it to the next level.
My man said, you big on the radio.
Baby, when
I
I
wasn't
tell
trying
you,
to laugh, but that was funny.
this was a classic. And I am not going to delete this ever. But I do want to say this. When he said, If y'all want Wanda's jewelry, go to the nearest go. Get 2 packs of Newports. And baby, $7.99 out the door. $7.99 out the door. I was done. I was done for then. You know, it is unfortunate, Jason. It is unfortunate. Lord knows it's unfortunate. Because at the end of the day, I don't want nobody to lose their job. You know, Wanda, I don't want to make it into a joke, Jason. But Wanda was real big. You know, not big like y'all think. But she was big here in the ATL. Like everybody knew Wanda Smith. Her and Frank Ski had the #1 radio show, morning show here in Atlanta. Everybody knew them. They was making money. They was getting that bag. And because of just that clip that I showed y'all, we don't know where Wanda is right now.
No.
Wanda got fired.
Damn.
She got fired. Allegedly. Let me say that. Allegedly. She got fired or she got let go, whichever one laid off. I don't know which one. She ain't quit. I tell you that much. I do know that. She didn't quit. Nah, I can vouch for that. She ain't quit. But either she got laid off, she got fired, or she got laid off, or she got fired.
That's about it. That's about it.
Because she was getting that bag. Okay. Well, after that happened, when they was at the radio station, it was her radio station. And she went to the Cat Williams came to the radio station, did all that, had everybody laughing like crazy. I remember when that occurred, to be honest. And after that, Wanda Smith, which is the lady that y'all saw, she was at a every weekend she was at a comedy show. And like she was like the headliner, basically. Like every weekend she was promoting it. Y'all come up here at such and such time. We're gonna have a good time. She had other comedians coming in. She had that shit on lock, Jason. On lock. And when Cat Williams came on the radio station, he was supposed to be going to that comedy show afterwards. And he went. He went. Wanda was there. But Jason, guess who else decided to come and show up? Wanda's husband. He didn't like how everybody was laughing at her on the radio station. It was not funny.
Respectfully so.
Respectfully so. Because that's his wife. You know? She big in Atlanta. Everybody know her. You ain't finna clown her like that. Word on the street and word on the radio land is that he chased Cat Williams inside of the grocery store that was right by the club, the comedy club. Chased him inside the grocery store with a pistol. A tool. And Cat Williams said, to hell with y'all. I'm not doing the show. I'm not doing anything. I'm gone. And that was it.
That was
Next
it.
thing we know, the only time you can hear from Wanda is on Instagram Live. That's it. That's it. And Jason, she had been on radio for like, I know it had to have been 15, 20 years. She can't get another gig nowhere, it seems like.
Oh man, I bet. I wonder if her community still support her. So you pull up on her live, she still got, 30, 40,000, 4,000 people in there.
No.
That's crazy.
She get a nice amount. She get more than me. When I pull up on live, baby, she get more than me.
Right.
But she ain't getting like she was, baby. She ain't getting like she was. They like the hell with Wanda. We don't care what you do.
She's not getting Atlanta Metro no more.
No, she's getting Atlanta Section 8.
Right. Whoever just know to go watch her over there. That's about it.
Whenever they bored and they see, oh, wow, that's that one girl. Let me put her.
But they're not looking for her.
Nah, they ain't looking for her at all. Not at all. All right, y'all. I just wanted to show that clip. Y'all will see that quite a bit in 2024 because that's one of my favorites, baby. That's one of my favorites. All right. Mississippi, Jason, we're gonna go to Mississippi. Mississippi. Police shoots an 11-year-old boy. After all he did was just call 911. And Jason, guess what? Guess what, Jason?
I'm listening.
He was one of us. Both of them. The police and the child. Here we go. Damn officer. Can't none of these officers be trusted. Here we go.
Right now, there are rapidly growing calls for the firing of a police officer in Indianola, Mississippi, after he allegedly shot an unarmed 11-year-old boy on Saturday. Darian Murray, who is Black, had called 911 to report a domestic disturbance. His family's attorney says he was trying to protect his mother.
Jason.
Yup. I wonder how comfortable or uncomfortable she was when she had to read that. Like when she had to read that, I wonder how uncomfortable she was. Because that was uncalled for. To me, it was uncalled for. No need of it. We could have saw it. At the end of the day, we'd end up seeing it. But I wonder how uncomfortable she was when she had to read that.
Apparently very comfortable because she had emphasis with it. He was Black.
It's almost like she said a Black. So Darian Walker, a Black. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy.
Okay, y'all, we finna go back. But I can't believe she said that. Here we go.
She almost
had called 911 to report a domestic disturbance. His family's attorney
say he was Black.
says he was trying to protect his mother. The Washington Post reports that Murray followed the police officer's commands and had his hands up, but was still shot in the chest. Officials in Indianola have voted to place the police officer on paid administrative leave while the case is investigated by the state. NBC's Steve Patterson is following this for us. Also with me is retired NYPD Detective Mark Claxton. So, Steve, what more do we know about how this young boy is doing and where this investigation stands?
Yeah, Chris, according to the family, after Darian rounded that corner, met the police officer, he was shot one time in the chest where he collapsed to the ground. Apparently, after being shot, he was screaming, "What did I do wrong? Why was I shot?" According to medical officials, he suffered a collapsed lung, a lacerated liver, several broken ribs, was rushed to the hospital where he was then put on a ventilator. But the silver lining in all of this, in this terrible story, is that he apparently has been soldiering through treatments at the hospital and just a day ago was treated at the hospital and released back to the custody of his family. He's doing okay. The mother spoke about what kind of blessing this was that her family got through this. Listen to this.
He's blessed. I don't know how else to describe it, how he survived. That's the only thing I can say, that he was blessed. He have a lot of questions. He asked me in the hospital, like, why they shot him. He was in good spirit, but every now and then I look over at him and he'll just cry.
He has a lot of questions. The family has a lot of questions, including the family attorney. The Mississippi Bureau of Investigation says they have a full-throated investigation with that officer on administrative leave. And the family attorney saying that there is not only police body cam video, but also unreleased gas station security cam video that has not been shown to the public yet. Chris.
I need to see it. I need to see it all. Gresham said she did not say Section 8. She did not say Section 8. Carmen said, plus a free car wash. And Tamika just sitting over there laughing at her asses. You know what I'm saying? She's just like, y'all just funny anyways. So let me just laugh at y'all asses. But this 11-year-old, Jason, this happened like 6-7 months ago. But I wanted to bring it to the community because it's not just the white people killing us. It's our own police officers. Not just the white officers, our own police officers. You mean tell me you was that afraid? If you was afraid. But I'm not gonna say that. This is just how I feel. I have the right to say how I feel on my shit. It don't matter. I have the right to say how I feel. I feel like this man was afraid. He ain't know who was coming around that corner. But you mean to tell me as a police officer, they ain't trying you to look first to make sure that you killing the right person, you shooting the right person? Just because you saw a shadow? Because I'm sure if he would have saw this 11-year-old, he wouldn't have shot him. So you thought he had to have thought, Jason, that he saw something else. But you couldn't make sure? Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on, Jason. You couldn't have made sure? Go ahead, Jason. You said I repeated that. You couldn't have made sure?
Make sure. Hopefully that helps you, right? The thing is, man, when it comes to being a police officer, you train for moments like that. You're supposed to have nerves of steel. Are you supposed to have composure under those elements and be able to perform? I know there's always human, it's like space, like there's always human, like error for. There's always space for human error. But in the police line of duty, the error for something of that magnitude is very, very small. And that's why you're supposed to take time before making that move. You as an officer, his finger shouldn't even been on the trigger, because if he wasn't in a battle where, they're shooting back and forth, he should not be ready to engage with that kind of veracity, I guess is the word I want to use, right? So shame on him for having not having that element there, that nerves of steel, and the training that they go through. They go through tedious training to make sure that they're not engaging with firearm first. But yeah, you're right. Something spooked him enough to make him shoot.
Exactly. I mean, do you think he shot this 11-year-old on purpose?
No, I could only think that it would be from shock. Something, like you said, something shocked him and had him engaged like that. But even then, with his weapon drawn, and I don't know too much, right? This is alleged, but as a professional of that level, and I'm not a professional, but as them being professionals, I'm pretty sure that they're trained not to have. I'll say it this way, because I got a tool, and my tool I took training for, and when you're carrying, or if you have it out, they tell you never to have your finger on trigger unless you're ready to use. So I can only assume that a police training is not the same, better than what they will give you to have a conceal and carry training. So his hand should not have been engaged on the trigger if he's not ready to use, right? There's not signs that he need to use deadly force. So with that being said, he failed in all pretenses of what he was trained. So
yep, I agree with you 100%. Regardless, that's how we look at it. You are supposed to be trained for any type of scenario. Anything. You should be trained on it. You should be trained to protect us. You should be trained to make sure that the people that's out here doing wrong is picked up, sent to jail. Now we can't say, oh, they took him to jail and he just got out. That's the police fault. No, that is not the police fault. We cannot blame the police for stuff like that. But in situations like this, he can definitely be blamed for this. I don't care. I don't feel sorry for him. Whatever they decide to do, this is what they gonna do to you. Thank God, like Gretchen said, thank God that this little boy is still alive. Because if he wasn't, baby, it'd be a whole nother story that me and Jason will be reporting on tonight. Because at the end of the day, we feel deep in our heart, me and Jason both, and I'm sure y'all feel the same way. He ain't do it on purpose. He ain't do it on purpose. Do he deserve to get the death penalty if he would have killed him? He didn't do it on purpose. You know, we'll be having that type of discussion tonight. If this little 11-year-old boy was taken up out of here. So Carmen said, I remember that story. Yes, this happened six or 7 months ago. A sad situation, but the young man, he's doing very well right now. You know, he still have to deal with what happened to him, you know, which that would never change, right?
Yeah,
You know, it'll never change.
I don't think. I don't think they made it to a point where people can get a new lung. I mean, you can live without one lung. You can live with one lung. You know, because once your lung collapses, it's kind of hard for it to come back. So there's a good chance he only has one lung. Liver they can fix. Bruised ribs or broken ribs will get fixed. I mean, he will be okay, but that one lung situation is gonna always be.
Exactly. Well, let's go ahead and watch this last clip on this. Here we go.
Right now, there are rapidly growing calls for the firing of.
Oh, no, that ain't. I'm like, Jason, is that the same one? Here we go.
A police officer in Indianola, Mississippi, after he allegedly shot an unarmed 11-year-old boy on Saturday. Darian Murray, who is Black, had called 911 to report a domestic disturbance. His family's attorney says.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's the same one.
All me and Jason heard was that was Black. Yep, that's it. That's the same one. But there was another clip out there. I'm gonna try to see if I can find it. Look, Carmen laughing at us. Carmen, see, this is what happens when you be busy all day long and you don't get a chance to do what you supposed to do for your show, baby. So, oh, I'm sorry. I just saw an alert that Cardi B have went off again on Offset.
That's right. He was ready to go into it. Look all the way. Well, for why?
That's not PGT time, though.
Not at all. Not on a Wednesday. I was
Now,
like, okay, good night. I appreciate you. You guys have a good one.
You wouldn't do that if Cardi B killed Offset or attempted murder.
Attempted murder, right?
You know, let me say this right quick. Let me just say this right quick. I gotta say it. I was telling Pooley this last night. For those that have not been following it, and this is not something that we talk about over here on PGT time unless you know it's just a dose of peach, baby, or the weekend spot, we will talk about it. But Jason, I gotta say this. Cardi B went off on Offset. Offset dropped his album and he has been doing his thing. She ain't like it. So she decides to go live on IG and just went off on her husband. Not her boyfriend, not her baby daddy. Her husband, called him a bitch ass nigga, all that. Went completely off. But the reason why I'm bringing it up, Jason, is because I'm one of those people that I like to go in the comments when stuff be posted. I like to go in the comments to read what people are thinking. And, you know, like, what are they putting on here that anybody can read? Well, Offset had a birthday the same weekend that Cardi B did her little rant. And crying, screaming, cussing, all that. Well, he had a birthday. He waited a couple days or a day after that happened with Cardi B giving her little rant. And he posted his birthday pictures. And I was like, oh, I got to get into these comments to see exactly what I knew somebody had said something. And Jason, one of the comments that I saw broke my heart. It broke my heart because I covered the story of Takeoff. When Takeoff was murdered, I covered that. And I was on it, tough. And somebody in the comments had the audacity, the nerves to tell Offset just because he pissed off Cardi B, he made Cardi B cry. Like, ain't then one of these other bitches out here ain't crying. Ain't nobody else out here crying because they man done pissed them off. Do you know, Jason, that somebody had the nerves to put in those comments, they killed the wrong Migo?
Wow. That's crazy. The internet can say anything.
Because his wife is online crying? You would literally sit there and say they killed the wrong Migo. Like, how evil? How evil can you be?
And I don't know if people really realize or they forget or whatnot, but that's his nephew. Like, at the end of the day, some people might look at it like, oh, it's a group. Like, no, them niggas was family members. Like, Offset,
They were fam.
they were like, Offset's the oldest. I think if I get this right, Offset's the oldest, and you know, Takeoff was the young nephew, like his first, like his nephew, his people's son. You know what I mean?
Yep. Like, to me, that was, I don't know.
I mean, that's a crazy statement to make.
That was
Again,
hurtful.
that's a crazy statement to make, man. Especially about someone's family. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day.
That's my thing. It's somebody's family. It's somebody's family. It's his family.
It's his
Forget
family.
somebody's family. It's his family. And y'all gonna sit there and say that he should have been gone instead of Takeoff? You don't even know now one of them. That's the thing, Jason. They don't know nan one of them. Ain't nan one of them they friend, they homeboy, none of that. But you just feel like it's right for you to say this. I tell people all the time, you don't know how karma gonna come back on you.
Oh, no, you don't.
I do. I sure do. Because you don't know. You don't know if karma is going to skip over you and come to somebody else in your household, in your family, in your peoples, your friends. You have no idea. And for you to sit, I don't know. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that alone. So I want to show y'all this before we go. What's that one? Oh, we got two more. We got two more before we go. But I want to show y'all this little boy. He spoke out, Jason. The 11-year-old. He spoke out. So I want to show y'all what he had to say. It's very quick. It's only 56 seconds. So this is what he had to say. This is the 11-year-old that got shot by the police officer. Here we go.
Sometimes I can see myself laying inside the coffin. And sometimes I think people are watching me. But my main thought is me dead.
He's having some noticeable trouble breathing, but what he seems to be most bummed about is not being able to play with his friends. He can't go outside swimming. It's the summertime coming up here. He can't go outside running because he's still recovering from the hole in his chest after he was shot by a police officer a little over a week ago.
I don't think there's any earthly justifiable reason that you would shoot an unarmed 11-year-old. No veteran cop should have been afraid. Even a rookie would not make that mistake. There was a rookie officer with the sergeant that night. She didn't make that mistake, but the veteran officer shot this boy point blank range, center mass in his chest. Could have killed him graveyard dead. He came within an inch of losing his life. And that's why we have filed that $5 million lawsuit.
Pay him. Pay him. That's all I got to say. Pay him. Give him his money. Give the family their money. They need to live for the rest of their life.
Facts. That's that. And you know the trauma that's been dealt to that young man is beyond, you know, it's irreversible. Like no one's going to be able to reverse. No therapist, no therapy is going to be able to reverse the traumatic incident by what happened to him. You know.
Mm-hmm. I definitely understand what you're saying. I feel sorry for that little boy that he has to deal with, you know, such trauma. And now that he's going to have to deal with this for the rest of his life. You know, I feel sorry for him. All right. We're finna get into our last clip for the night. Jason, the last clip for tonight, I received a phone call. Y'all see A&F. Yes, Atlanta. But I received a phone call from one of my friends. You know, I ain't putting no names out there, baby. I ain't putting no names out there. But one of my friends gave me a call and she was like, girl, I'm so mad right now. Can I play back the phone conversation between me and her? Do you mind, Jason?
Oh, I was about to say.
Okay. I got it. Don't even worry about it. I got it. Ring, ring, ring. Hello?
Oh, you doing it that way.
Yeah, I'm doing it that way. Ring, ring, ring. Hello? That's me. That's me, y'all. That's me. Hello? Girl, I am so mad right now. What's wrong? Cannot believe it. My daddy called me and was like, what's the name of that school that your child go to? It's such and such and such. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Let me tell you what was showed on the news today. She got the news. She saw it. She was livid. She was angry. Did this happen to her child? No. But it happened to a child at her school, number one, that is autistic. And Jason, her child is autistic just as well. So let's get into this. And Jason, I want you to tell me, do you see and understand why my friend was upset? Here we go.
Happening today, the mother of a child with special needs is demanding justice after she says a paraeducator assaulted her 8-year-old. This is him right here. Atlanta News First, Madeline Montgomery is live from the Rockdale County Public Schools Board of Education, where the family's attorney is going to be holding a news conference later on this morning. Good morning to you, Madeline.
Good morning. Yamaya Lyles is saying she really wants an overhaul of the special education program here in Rockdale County because she doesn't want what happened to her 8-year-old son, Antonio, to happen to another child. Now, just for perspective, her son has autism and is mostly nonverbal. And she alleges that last month, her son was assaulted by a paraeducator in his classroom, and that happened at Pine Street Elementary School. And she says she wasn't even told about what happened until days later, and she was able to watch a video of what happened days later, but wasn't given a copy of that video. And so a district spokesperson tells Atlanta News First that paraeducator that was involved in that situation is no longer employed within the district. A lawyer representing Antonio tells us that the paraeducator was charged with battery by police.
The guy struck Tonio, then kind of put him in a headlock, took him to the restroom. When he comes out the restroom, the guy kind of holds his hand like, I just hit something and it hurts. It's blank on the camera.
What Lyles really doesn't want to happen for this to happen to someone else. Well, unfortunately, just 2 weeks ago, we covered that another Rockdale County special education teacher got into trouble with the law at another elementary school for assaulting a 5-year-old. According to the Conyers Police Department, they say that teacher was arrested for child cruelty, and they say that teacher has been let go from the district. So today, for Antonio's situation, there's going to be a news conference right here. We'll be at that. That's happening at 10 this morning. Reporting live from County, I'm Madeline Montgomery.
How can I say this? We're all afraid for our kids when they're not in our sight.
Mm-hmm.
They can't be in our sight 24/7. Okay, Carmen, we're gonna pull that up in a minute. We cannot be in our kids' sight for 24/7 out the day. I think a lot of us take for granted that we can just drop our kids off at school and go do what we got to do.
Exactly.
Whether you are an at-home mom, whether you are an entrepreneur, or whether you are a mom that actually works, okay, a corporate job, we take advantage of the fact that we can drop them off. Now, do we pray and make sure that our kids are safe, covered? Yes, we do.
Mm-hmm.
But after we say that little prayer, we on about our business. We've seen school shootings. We've seen fights. Kids getting jumped. Teachers putting their hands on the kids. We've seen all of it. But what I want y'all to understand and realize on behalf of my... Jason, I was just about to cuss. I forgot. We was on PGT time that quick. So I'm going to say the initials. On behalf of my MF and friend, there's kids out there that's not like our kids that can come and tell you, mama, guess what? This teacher put his hands on me. He put me in the bathroom. He took me down the street. He did this to me. He did that to me. There are kids that can't do that. There are kids that are disabled. These kids still got to go to school. These kids' parents still tell the teachers anything go wrong if they're not having a good day, if they're feeling bad today, if they just keep hollering they don't want to be here, if they just keep screaming, if they getting on your nerves, just call me and I'll come get them. Where people like us that don't have those issues because our kids was brought into this world just fine as what we think. Because mental health is real, baby. It's real. But our kids walking around here just fine. And we hoping and praying and wishing that anything go wrong, let me know. When they come through the door, you have a good day at school? Yes. Did any of the kids pick with you? No. Did the teachers be mean to you? No, they didn't. Did you have a good day? Yes, I had a good day. What did you do? I did this. I did that. But just remember, there's people out there that can't even ask their kids this question. And they could be the same age as your child. And these parents have to trust that these teachers, these principals, these assistant teachers, the paralegals, the substitutes, they have to pray each day that they don't take advantage of their child. They don't harm them. Jason, you know what my friend told me? I have a hard time getting my child out the car because he's autistic. He don't even want to go into school. She got to call the teachers to come outside and help her get him out the car just to bring him into school. And you want me to just leave him here and he's screaming, hollering, and crying? Yes, Carmen, that very heartbreaking.
Yeah, it is.
Carmen said, one of my grandsons is unverbally autistic.
Yeah.
Carmen, it's sad. When you have a friend that you knew and you became friends with before they even had kids, and to know that they can't even get their kid out the car, but you got the teachers telling you, if you don't bring them to school, you can go to jail. If my child does not go to school, they can go to you. I can go to jail.
Yeah, it's everywhere. Yeah, exactly. I be trying to tell my
That's
daughter
everywhere.
that. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So being that I don't want to go to school, in return, I got to see my child kicking, screaming, hollering, "Mommy, please don't leave me. No, mommy." And even if they're not verbal, as a mother, as a father, you know what your kids is trying to say, baby. You know what they're trying to say if you're in that child's life, like you're supposed to. You know what they're trying to say, even if they're not verbal. I pray for these kids. I pray for these parents. 2024, Jason, I will be doing the show. It might not be on a Wednesday night, but I will be doing a show dedicated to kids with autism. I'm looking for every parent, grandparent that has an autistic child, where they all can come on one platform, meet each other, and be able to leave PGT time and be able to connect with each other. Be able to connect with each other when times are hard. When you feel like you ain't got nobody else to go to because nobody understands, you got that person that you met on PGT time that you can connect with and be like, look, this ain't going right. That ain't going. What should I do? Do you did you go through this? And if you did go through this, what did you do? Maybe it'll work for my child. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta, if they ain't gonna do it, we'll do it for our community ourselves. We ain't got time to be waiting on them. We ain't got time to be waiting on nobody to try to figure it out how to do it for us. We do it ourselves. That's simple. All right, y'all. We finna get up out of here. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you so much for joining tonight. Jason, is there anything you want to say tonight?
No, man. No.
All right. All right. Well, y'all, we out of here. Thank you so much. You know where you can find me at on all platforms. Thank you, IG, for tuning in tonight. This is our first full show over on IG. I probably would not do another live on IG until 2024, baby. We just want to test it out, see how it's going, see how it's working. And always remember, we got something big going on, baby. We got something big working for 2024 over here on PGT time. I love you all so much. We are out of here. Thank you. Deuces. Mwah.
PGT time is for the culture. If you or someone you know that has dealt with the death of a loved one due to gun violence, domestic violence, the prison system, or even by the police, PGT time also provides a platform for missing person cases as well as wrongfully imprisoned inmates. Please like and share this video to get the word out, so the families can get their loved ones' stories out. Email pgttime at pgttime@gmail.com. You can also DM, inbox, or text to 470-620-9916. Thanks for watching.
Return, please return.